I came across a lawyer on TikTok who might just be a real-life supervillain, and his superpower, well, it's getting some of the most obviously guilty criminals on planet Earth off the hook completely. Here's his page right here, and as you can see, millions and millions of views, and you're probably thinking, why does a lawyer have millions of views on his videos? Law, after all, is a pretty boring subject. It's because he interviews his clients after they beat a case, and some of them are so obviously guilty in these videos that they then become entertaining. They can't even keep a straight face most of the time when they're doing these testimonials. And in these videos, they pretty much just say how much time they were facing, what crime they were accused of, and they praise Jayoma. It's sort of a commercial engineered to get more business for his law firm. Here's an example of what I mean.
Who's the best lawyer?
Jayoma.
And why am I the best lawyer?
Because you got my case dismissed.
And what were you charged with?
Man, I was charged with assault family member.
And how much jail time were you looking at?
1 year.
And what were you accused of doing?
Man, for biting a girl, punching her, threatening to kill her, and putting a gun on her.
All right. And are you happy with the results?
Hell yeah.
And is there anything else you want to add?
I mean, he's laughing as he's saying what he was accused of. So I don't know. To me personally, that seems super obvious that this guy's guilty. And everybody in the comments also thinks so. 3,000% guilty, this guy says. But he freeing the villains. Jayoma definitely know they're guilty too. On my soul, he did it. Bro's gonna do it again. Everybody thinks that this guy is guilty. And that's a common theme on this page. And I think it's why these videos get so many views. And here's the guy's website. His name is Elaine C. Jayoma. He's a criminal defense attorney out of Texas. So in other words, if somebody is accused of a crime in Texas, this man's job is to defend said criminal in court. And believe it or not, he was a nurse before he was a lawyer. So I don't know how old this guy is, but I need Asian genetics because this guy's got to be at least 40, I'm assuming. And he looks younger than me. But you might not be impressed by Jayoma getting a guy out of a 1-year sentence. I mean, what's the big deal? 1 year, you're probably out in 8 months. Well, he does some larger sentences as well. He works his magic. Just take a look at what this guy's about to say.
All right, T. Who's the best lawyer?
Jayoma.
And why am I the best lawyer?
He got my case dismissed.
What were you charged with?
Possession of controlled substance.
Was it?
155 grams of codeine with promethazine.
And what was the other charge?
The other charge was fraudulent prescription.
Fraudulent possession of prescription?
Prescription, yeah.
And how many counts?
That was 13 counts.
All right. And how much prison time are you looking on?
Over 100 years.
And how much prison time are you looking on the promethazine codeine?
20 years.
And how much prison time are you looking at the scripts?
20 years for each prescription.
And there's how many?
That's 13, so that's over 100 years in prison.
All right. And are you happy with the results?
Happy, man. If y'all need anything, go to Jayoma. He's gonna get you right. He's gonna beat your case, dismiss. I didn't even have to worry about nothing.
Okay, so this guy only said 100 years, but I think he was just being lazy for the sole fact that humans don't really live past 100. So what's the point in saying any more than that? But the dude was facing 300 years in prison. And it's not to say that nobody saw this time, because most likely Jayoma somehow pinned this prison time on his partner here. I'm assuming this guy snitched. I'm not going to say that's for sure. I don't want to label this guy as a snitch, but likely 300 plus years of prison time don't just vanish in midair. But that's not to say that this guy right here, his partner in crime, couldn't have hired Jayoma. He should have hired him. Maybe the tables would have, maybe the outcome would have been different. It's funny to me how these guys don't even know their charges, though. Like when he was going over his charges, he's facing 300 years and he doesn't even know what he's going down for. But I guess it doesn't matter because Jayoma got him out of the charges. The Saul Goodman comparisons in every comment section. The bros keeping the jail safe. You'll see it every time. These become pretty consistent throughout his page. So Jayoma gets a guy out of a 1-year sentence. He gets a guy out of a 300-year sentence. What can't he do? Well, there is one thing that even the best lawyers can't dispute, and it's if you're caught on camera doing a crime, there's really no way of getting out of it, despite having the best lawyers in the world. If you're caught on camera, it's over. Unless you're Jayoma, apparently.
Who is the best lawyer?
Jayoma.
And why am I the best lawyer?
Because you got my case dismissed.
And what were you charged with?
Assault family member.
And how much jail time were you looking at?
1 year jail time.
And what were you accused of doing?
My stepdaughter was recording me that I punched my wife and I punched in her chest, and also I take her through the hairs and I take him outside the house.
Okay. And kicking on the chest?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you happy with the results?
Yeah, I am very happy.
So this guy, you could see it in his eyes. He's recalling the events. When Jayoma asks what he did, he's in his mind palace. He's thinking fondly over these memories. And the dude was caught on camera. He obviously did it, but apparently being guilty or not guilty is not a matter of if you did it or not. And that's what Jayoma's proving with some of these videos. It really just matters how good your lawyer is, apparently. And it makes you kind of scared for these corrupt, very rich politicians, corrupt, very rich billionaires who are committing crimes daily. They're just never going to get in trouble because they probably have the best lawyers.
For the result.
Okay. And is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, he's the best liar, and I'm very happy for the result.
Freudian slip right there. He says he's the very best liar. Being a criminal defense lawyer has to be a pretty morally conflicting job because Jayoma, he's winning. He's good at his job. He has a successful career, but he's setting free some pretty allegedly terrible people. I mean, this guy was caught on camera by his stepdaughter, and he was, tossing his wife around. Yet he's walking free. Okay, so at this point, Jayoma has gotten a guy off of a 1-year sentence where the dude was laughing as he was recounting his crime. He's gotten a guy off of a 300-year sentence, which I didn't even know that existed, quite frankly. And he's also gotten a guy off of a crime that he's committed on camera. I didn't think that was possible either. So that begs the question, at what point is there enough evidence to put a guy away when Jayoma is defending them? And you would think that line would be being caught on camera, and not just being caught on camera, but being national news, being on TV, having articles written about you while having footage of it. You would think. Surely.
All right, V. Who's the best lawyer?
Yeah, yo, man.
And why am I the best lawyer?
You got my case no bill.
And what were you charged with?
I was charged.
He said he got my case no billed, by the way. I just want to clear that up because it's kind of hard to understand some of these people. And according to this TikTok, because I'm not going to Google it, no billed means the grand jury decided not to indict. Doesn't mean the prosecutor can't try again with a different grand jury. So I'm going to take this guy's comment at face value. I could be wrong. Not going to Google it. It's not super important.
And what were you charged with?
I was charged with child endangerment with a kid, 12-year-old, on top of my truck.
And they're accusing you of doing that during what?
During the burnout.
Okay. And did you make the news?
Oh, yeah, I did. I make the news.
All right. And,
Okay, so real quick, if you could not understand what he said child endangerment because he had a 12-year-old hanging out of the roof of his car while he was doing burnouts.
how much jail time are you looking at?
I'm looking at 2 years in the state
jail?
State jail.
Okay. And are you happy with the results?
And I'm pretty happy, man. It's the best news.
All right. And is there anything else you want to add?
And I saw your man on TikTok. Go get him. He's the best. No time. Quick.
So you can see here he's on ABC News with a video of it happening. They blurred out the kid's face right there. But I mean, what more evidence do you need to put somebody away? Jayoma defies all odds again. The comment of Jayoma releasing supervillains is so common that the search results are Jayoma releasing villains for this video. And people are saying that. I'm sure you could see why now, because the people he's releasing, they're caught on camera doing crimes. They're practically admitting it during the interviews that they did the crime. They don't care because, as I said before, there's a difference between guilty and not guilty and whether or not you did it. In fact, Jayoma is so good at getting people off the hook that he has repeat customers, believe it or not. He has guys who come in, they commit a crime, he gets them off, and they come in a few days later and he gets them off again. Somehow, some way. He does it.
Jayoma,
And why am I the best lawyer?
man, got my case dismissed like it wasn't nothing.
All right. And what are you charged with?
Criminal
mischief.
Yeah, criminal mischief. Talking about I rode on a female car. Talking about I wrote bitch.
You scratched it in the car? That's what they're accusing you
That's what
of.
they accused me of.
Yeah. And
That is without a doubt the most guilty reaction I've seen so far. If I was trying to make a video game character and I was trying to mimic guilty eye movements and facial movements, I would download what this guy just did right here.
So the accusing
That's what they accuse me of.
yeah, and
That's what they accused me of. Like, dude, you did it. Insanity. And this guy is the repeat customer I'm talking about, because as you see, he's right here, and then you got him right here just a couple weeks before.
who's the best lawyer?
You're the best lawyer, man.
And why am I the best lawyer?
She got my case dismissed quick.
All right, and
This man needs his own playlist. A daily customer. That's insane. Jayoma has sparked a lot of controversy, though. I'm not going to act like this guy is well loved by everybody, because it is fun to laugh about the guy doing burnouts, not getting in trouble. It is fun to laugh about this guy, the repeat customer who spray painted his girlfriend's car. Like, these things are not the biggest deal because nobody got hurt. But he does defend some people who were accused of very, very bad things. Like this video right here. I'm not even going to play it. I'm not even going to say what the guy did. But let's just say the comments are not too happy about this. If you want to check this out, I would just go to his page and watch it. But, you know, this dude right here, I'm not saying he did what he's accused of doing, but, you know, his accusations are pretty rough. But that being said, I don't think Jayoma's goal is to get on the side of the people and just be this famous guy. I think his target demographic, aka who he's advertising to, is guilty criminals. So showing proof that you could successfully defend the worst of the worst is undeniably a good marketing strategy. It's going to bring him in a lot of business. But I'm curious to what you guys think. Is this guy a net positive to society? Is he a bad person who's dressed up in a suit, making believe he's doing good things for the world? Because I'm somewhat conflicted. I do understand that a lot of people do need a good criminal defense attorney, because the accusations against them more often than you'd like to think are not true. You know, so he does get people out of some sticky situations, but he also does free some people who work out on camera doing what they were doing, as well as this guy right here who, once again, I would watch this video yourself if you want to find out what he did. But that's really it. I just thought this lawyer was super interesting, so I thought maybe you guys would think he's interesting. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.